I got these 1994 white cement 3s in a size 6 youth, and the elephant print on the toe box looks massive. It looks like a steel boot. So I'm gonna separate the rubber sole from the upper leather using an X-Acto knife by cutting away the stitching on the toe. So I'm gonna use tape to help me remove the excess crumbled midsole that's still on the upper. You could do it freehand, but the tape helps me not make contact with the areas I don't want my cotton balls and acetone to touch. I'm also going to be using a heat gun on its lowest settings to help me melt the factory glue that's still left on the upper material. So I'm using these 2016 True Blue 3s as the midsole donors. And I'm using a syringe to put in the acetone to separate the rubber sole from the midsole. Now my next step is to remove the factory paint off of the True Blues, and I'll be using acetone and cotton balls for this task. I'm gonna start putting a layer of barge cement super stick onto the rubber sole and onto the midsoles. I'm not gonna bond them right away. I'm gonna wait about an hour for the glue to fully cure. So after an hour, I'm gonna reheat the adhesive with my blow dryer. I'm going to freehand the re-glue on the midsole to the rubber sole. So the next step is to repaint the midsoles. Using an airbrush, I'm going to apply a few thin coats of my paint onto the midsole. Now the next step is to apply the black paint on the midsole. The next step is to clean the upper leather of the shoe. I'm going to use a matte finisher on the midsole to give it that nice matte look. Now every time I'm about to reglue, I make sure I hit the areas I'm going to be gluing with acetone and cotton balls. I'm gonna start on the heel first, and then I'm gonna start on the toe second, and then I'm gonna work my way to the sides last. So now that the toe box is attached, I'm going to work on the sides next. Now I'm going to clean up the laces with OxiClean. Now we're going to move on to the insoles because that's what the sweaty feet would be touching. Except for this part, I'm going to be using dish soap. Since the Nike Air logo was shot, I'm gonna make a brand new one and put it on the insoles. Now the very last step is to restitch the toe cap using a sewing awl. So that's gonna wrap it up for this project. I appreciate you guys for watching this video all the way through. See y'all on the next video. Later.